is the great yarn of a bloke trying to dress up his downstairs for his missus' birthday. After having been told my danglies looked like an elderly Rastafarian, I decided to take the plunge and buy some Veet hair removal.
Elderly Rastafarian.
Being a bit of a romantic, I thought I would do the deed on the missus's birthday as a bit of a treat. I ordered it well in advance, and working on oil rigs, I considered myself a bit above some of the characters writing previous reviews and wrote them off as soft office types. Oh, my fellow sufferers, how wrong I was. I waited until the other half was tucked up in bed. Initially, all went well and I applied the cream and stood waiting for something to happen, and I didn't have to wait long. At first there was a gentle warmth, which in a matter of seconds was replaced by an intense burning, and a feeling I can only describe as being given a barbed wire wedgie by two people intent on hitting the ceiling with my head. I tried to wash the cream off in the sink and only succeeded in blocking the plug hole with a mat of hair. Through a haze of tears, I struggled out of the bathroom, across the hall, into the kitchen. By this time, walking was not really possible, and I crawled the final yard to the fridge in the hope of some form of cold relief. I yanked the freezer drawer out and found a tub of ice cream, tore the lid off and positioned it underneath me. The relief was fantastic, but only temporary, as it melted fairly quickly and the firing stabbing soon returned. Due to the shape of the ice cream tub, I hadn't managed to give the starfish any treatment, and I groped around in the drawer for something else. I was sure my vision was going to fail fairly soon, so I grabbed a bag of what I later found out was frozen sprouts, and I took a handful of them and I tried in vain to clench some between the cheeks of my eyes. This was probably and hopefully the only time in my life I was going to wish there was a gay snowman in my kitchen. Which should give you some idea of the depths that I was willing to sink into to ease the pain. The only solution my pain-crazed mind could come up with was to gently ease one of the sprouts where no veggie had gone before. Unfortunately, alerted by the strange grunts coming from the kitchen, the other half chose at that moment to come and investigate and was greeted by the sight of me, arse in the air, strawberry ice cream dripping from my bell end, pushing a sprout up my ass and muttering, "Oh yeah, that feels good." This was a shock to her, and she let out a scream, and as I hadn't heard her come in, it caused an involuntary spasm of shock in myself, which resulted in the sprout being ejected at quite some speed in her direction. I can understand that having a sprout farted against your leg at 11 o'clock at night in the kitchen probably wasn't the special surprise she was expecting, and having to explain to the kids the next day what the strange hollow in the ice cream was didn't improve my status. To sum it up, Veet removes hair, dignity, and self-respect.
Fucking hell.
That is a ride.